And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to takesbyfans.com/watch. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. Also on our website, Takes by Fans. If you want to go there, takesbyfans.com. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered multiple ways. All right, today is a big old Saturday, folks. One more day before the full week of Week 9 kicks off in the NFL. So we got a big kind of picks this week, many picks this week. We got 11 picks that we're feeling good about, all official picks and all that. So we got to go to our favorite video that is posted every single week, NFL.com scores, predictions, and all that. Seeing what the machines say. Do we agree with the machines? Do we agree? Do we agree with the machines, basically? We've got 11 picks, so we're going to see, if the machines are on our side or if they're kind of against us this week. So we'll watch that. We'll break down the NBA from last night as well. And I want to take a quick look at Carson Wentz's all of his incompletions, because remember, we read the article yesterday when we were breaking down the game about Frank Reich saying, hey, Carson Wentz played flawless tonight. Flawless. And, we know it was like heavy running action. It was against the Jets defense. So we just want to get a full picture of how much credit we really should be giving the Colts in Carson Wentz from the Thursday night victory. So we'll watch all 8 incompletions and kind of give a grade and all that. And we'll see how much credit we actually give Carson Wentz and the Colts for their win. So we have all of that today on the show, so let's just jump right into it. We don't need to set a time for our NBA Daily 10, so let's just start talking basketball. So here we go, our NBA Daily 10 clockless edition, since we've got time on the show. Alrighty, first game up is Nets at the Pistons, and the Nets get the win 96-90. James Harden with another triple-double. 13 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, looking real good. Kevin Durant doing Kevin Durant things, 29 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Wasn't as efficient as he usually is, but 44% on 27 shots. We will give the man credit. Blake Griffin still playing the 5, 13 points. He was a plus 22 on the floor, so you give the man credit in 27 minutes, the highest plus minus for the Nets. Joe Harris still needs to kind of get it going scoring-wise a little bit. Only 7 points on 1 of 4 from 3. We know he's a little bit better than that overall. And then LaMarcus Aldridge, folks, still getting it done, and still, I would say, at the top of the charts for 6th man of the year, folks. Is that crazy to say? LaMarcus Aldridge, 16 points, 5 rebounds in 20 minutes off the bench, and truly helping out this Nets team overall. So Nets get the win here, and it's against the Pistons. Nobody good on the Pistons. Jeremy Grant, 5 points on 0 of 9 from the field. What are we doing out there? Your best player cannot score 5 points all on free throws. You're not going to win a game like that. Sadiq Bey, decent performance last night, 12 points, 4 steals. We had Cade Cunningham leading the team in scoring with 17 points. Off the bench, Kelly Olynyk, 14 points, 10 rebounds. Real solid work there. And also real solid work by Corey Joseph off the bench of 12 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds as well. So Pistons, just like we know, what do they got? They got 1 win so far this season. What do we got? Let me refresh this. The NBA website, it's really kind of wonky if you try to go scroll through the dates and then get back to the date. You're trying to look at all that. But yeah, the Pistons are 1-8, folks. I mean, like we know, they are nothing great on that team, unfortunately. And the Nets get the 6-point win, 96-90. Alrighty, next game up here is the Spurs and the Magic, and a little disappointing that the Magic couldn't kind of come out and win this game against the Spurs, but once again, well done to the Spurs here. DeJounte Murray, 20 points, 7 assists, 11 rebounds, what a night by him. Derek White, 12 points, 10 rebounds, also very good, and then Keldon Johnson, 20 points and 9 rebounds at the 3. Solid bench work by Thaddeus Young, 12 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 blocks, a plus 16 on the floor, the highest plus minus of the squad here in 26 minutes off the bench. We like Thaddeus Young. We liked him last season. We had him in kind of our 6th man of the year discussion, and he was a little bit lackluster to start this season, but I think this was the best night that he's had this year, so we'll see if he starts to kind of get in his groove a little bit more. An excellent kind of veteran piece for this little bit of a younger squad here coming off the bench. So well done by the Spurs here. And what's their record now? They got 4 or 5 wins, 3-6. So they still have a little bit to work to do, but overall, once again, they're always really competitive, scrappy kind of young team. And we've got some nice veteran presence here, obviously with Greg Popovich as the head coach and Thaddeus Young and all that. So not bad here for a win against the Magic. Now the Magic, Cole Anthony trying his damnedest to do everything he can to lead this team to a victory, like we see literally night in and night out. Gotta give Cole Anthony so much respect, folks. I know this Magic team isn't good overall, but Cole Anthony is truly the brightest shining piece overall for this Magic team. Cole Anthony, 21 points, 6 assists, 9 rebounds. Very well done out there. Mo Bamba down at the 5, 12 points, 7 rebounds. The second leading scorer for the squad was Wendell Carter Jr. with only 13 points and 10 rebounds. Didn't shoot the best, 1 of 5 from 3, 37% on 16 shots. Definitely just needs something else here on this Magic team to go with Cole Anthony. Just nobody else is good and consistent here on this Magic team. So another loss for them. Need the bench to kind of step it up a little bit and just somebody to kind of be a solid number 2. Who's going to step up and be the solid number 2 here for the Magic and help out Cole Anthony, so he's not the only one giving it his all night in and night out? Another unfortunate loss here for the Magic, losing 102-89. All right, then we get the Grizzlies at the Wizards, and man, oh man, maybe we kind of disrespected the Wizards a little bit by not putting them in our power rankings. We just unveiled our first power rankings of the NBA season yesterday on the show, and unfortunately, the Wizards are not in the top 10, but we do have the Grizzlies in the top 10 at number 9, so we'll see if there's any movement. We will update our power rankings for the NBA every Friday on Friday's show, so very well done with the Wizards, and we'll definitely be keeping a close eye on them as this week progresses to see if we can move them into our top 10. But a real nice win last night. Bradley Beal, 17 points, 7 assists, and everybody just got it done. And this is what this Wizards team can do. They have a real good starting lineup of having Bradley Beal and Kyle Kuzma and KCP, and then the bench, folks. I know we talk about it all the time, but I absolutely love this bench. Montrezl Harrell, 18 points and 8 rebounds. He led the team in scoring off the bench in 24 minutes. Fantastic. Raul Neto off the bench, 15 points on 87% shooting. Absolutely fantastic. Denny Avdija, 5 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds, doing it all, plus 10 on the floor. So that was all their bench, and then just as good as the bench scoring was in the starting lineup scoring. Spencer Dinwiddie, 12 points, 6 assists. Bradley Beal, 17 points, 7 assists. Daniel Gafford, 15 points, 4 rebounds. Kyle Kuzma, 13 points, 6 rebounds. And KCP, 12 points, 7 rebounds. A great scoring production night here by everybody of the Wizards. The main starting 5, 3 great bench pieces right there, and that's always a recipe for success here for any NBA team. So very well done by the Wizards of playing complete team basketball out there. And once again, big shout out to Montrezl Harrell, who's having great success and is a great fit just overall for this Wizards team. He's productive, he's playing healthy minutes. We saw last season his minutes as the playoffs kind of started and the end of the season, back end of the season started to progress. Montrezl Harrell's minutes kind of kept going down. So hopefully he's a huge piece overall for this Wizards team, and they don't cut his minutes, and they have this man be a great producer as kind of the late back end of the season kind of starts, later in the year. Obviously, we're just still in the beginning, but this Wizards team right now, what are they, 6-3? 6-3, folks. Absolutely fantastic. So very well done for the Wizards, folks. This is a really great team, and we will probably have to put them in our top 10. We apologize to the Wizards of not putting them in our initial top 10. We'll see if we have to fix that come next Friday. Now for this Grizzlies team, just unfortunately a little lackluster overall scoring-wise. Ja Morant, 11 points, but on 23% shooting. Ooh, not great. He had 4 assists and 6 rebounds, which is great, but we need a complete game. DeAnthony Melton, only 4 points on 29% shooting. Steven Adams at the 5. This is not what they are now. Last season with Valanciunas at the 5, kind of ball dominant, heavy kind of scorer down low. Steven Adams, that's really not his game. He'll be kind of the defender and beef down low, but he really isn't a huge scorer. So only 5 points on 5 shots. Jaren Jackson, 13 points on 28% shooting, not the greatest. And then Desmond Bane to round out the starters, 10 points, no steals, no blocks, no assists, no rebounds, no nothing besides 10 points. So just overall a little lackluster, and then didn't get any great production off the bench like we got great production from the Wizards bench. So a little bit of an off game for the Grizzlies. And unfortunately, they lose 115-87. Alrighty, the next game up here is the Cavs at the Raptors, and the Cavs squeak out a 1-point win here, 102-101. Very well done by the Cavs, but look who is the last person to defend here to kind of close out for the win. It's Jared Allen. So here we go. Raptors with the ball, down 102-101 with 4 seconds left in the game. We get the inbound here, and Jared Allen all over OG Anunoby, forces up a bad shot, it's a contested shot, forces up a contested shot over Jared Allen, and it doesn't go. Now, does this look familiar to anybody? Because it should, because just their last game against the Blazers down 3 with 10 seconds left. Damian Lillard gets the inbound, and who's guarding Damian Lillard? It's going to be Jared Allen, and look at this, Jared Allen defense draped all over Lillard. Lillard has to toss up a 3, and it doesn't go. And we know that if you leave Lillard open for 3 at the end of the game for a buzzer beater, he will hit it. So do we give Jared Allen Defensive Player of the Year, closing out these games over the last 2 games to secure the win? We love Jared Allen, and now the defense is truly coming alive here. The offense is great. The defense is great. Jalen Allen is truly making his presence known here and is just getting better every season, every game. And Jared Allen is working his way up into A1 Tier 1 big category, and I would say is in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, closing out the games here like great defensive bigs can, and Jared Allen has done it for these last 2 games. So absolutely big shout out to our man Jared Allen. So Jared Allen for the Cavs, 16 points, 15 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block, great, a +5 on the floor when the highest plus minus on the floor was 9, but that was off the bench for only 9 minutes. So Jared Allen, the highest plus minus of the starters, he gets it done out there. Darius Garland, good scoring performance, 21 points, 8 assists on 67% shooting. That's exactly what we need from Darius Garland on a nightly basis. Now, when we talk about Colin Sexton, this is not what we need on a daily basis by him. 9 points on 23% shooting. We need Garland and Sexton both to put up 20 plus points on efficient shooting with at least 5 assists for each of them. So we need Colin Sexton to step it up a little bit, but they overall get the win, so we're not going to knock him too much. And then Evan Mobley, once again, getting it done. Is he a rookie or a second-year player? Evan Mobley is a rookie, so the rookie stepping up here at the 4, 18 points, 5 rebounds, great night. And then Dean Wade to round out the starters, 8 points and 5 rebounds. Off the bench, Ricky Rubio, 11 points, and then C.D. Osman, another good game. Is this Cavs team is truly finding their footing, folks. I think we can kind of start believing and betting on this Cavs team. They are 6-4, and they are just getting it done and finding ways to win here. So if they're ever getting, a lot of points with the spread line, I think you take it, and it's always going to be good value as of right now because they are on a little bit of a streak here, getting it done, winning. So we're not going to knock winning, folks, never that. So C.D. Osman of 17 off the bench, 2 assists, 2 rebounds in 26 minutes, exactly what we're looking for. So very well done for the Cavs. And then for this Raptors team, this is a good team overall, folks. This is not a bad team. I believe they are 6-4 as well. Nick Nurse is truly doing his thing here coaching-wise to get the best out of all these kind of Tier 2 players. Fred VanVleet, 18 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Gary Trent Jr., 17 points, 6 steals. Holy moly. Precious Ochoa, 5 points, 8 rebounds, solid night by him with the +5 on the floor. OG Anunoby led the team in scoring, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Unfortunately, got kind of locked up by Jared Allen down low on the last shot, but overall, a good overall game. And then Scotty Barnes to round out the starters, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Once again, this is a real legit Raptors team out here. So And then let's also shout out Danilo Banton with 11 points and 2 rebounds off the bench. So very well done with the Cavs getting the win. Jared Allen proving that he's great. Like we know, we've been gushing over Jared Allen all last season, all this season, and we want to see him on a successful, winning, competitive team. And so far, this Cavs team is a successful, winnable, competitive basketball team. So shout out everybody on this Cavs team. Love what we're seeing early from these guys. All right, then we get the Knicks at the Bucks, and man, oh man, the Knicks take down the Bucks, but let's not kind of get too carried away. There was still no Brook Lopez for the Bucks. Drew Holiday still working his way back. I think he's still a little bit on minutes restriction, only 20 minutes, and he's not in the starting role. So overall, we can still celebrate the Knicks, and once again, May was a little disrespectful not putting the Knicks in the top 10, but we'll see how they do this week and see if we have to kind of move them and squeeze them and find a spot for them in the top 10. But what a great game by this Knicks team. Now, once again, Kemba Walker back to kind of floundering. So we've seen kind of 2 great games by Kemba Walker back to back. But, that's why we didn't really put the Knicks in the top 10, because I knew the Kemba Walker's great games, I didn't think they would last. And here we are, not really lasting. Only played 15 minutes last night, but 5 points, 1 assist on 25% shooting on 8 shots. I mean, he still managed to get up 8 shots in 15 minutes. We know that Kemba Walker likes to shoot the ball a little bit more than probably he should. And then Derrick Rose off the bench, 23 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds, and I really think that's what we need to start doing with this Knicks team, moving Derrick Rose into the starting rotation and moving Kemba Walker down to the bench. And playing with this bench squad, it's not kind of a knock or anything, because this Knicks team's second squad is still pretty good as well, having Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickly to kind of work with, and Nerlens Noel. So if you're a point guard running the second unit, you can still kind of have great success because there's good talent on this Knicks bench. So I just think you get more consistent play out of Derrick Rose than you do with Kemba Walker, and I think that's what this Knicks team needs. They need that kind of great start, energetic start, and I just don't think Kemba Walker provides that where Derrick Rose does. So Derrick Rose is still playing starting minutes off the bench with 30. I just really want to see him in the starting rotation. So we'll see if that ever kind of comes to fruition. That's what we've been saying so far all season long, and here we are 10 games into the season, and I'm still saying this, folks. This is what I still want to see. Yes, the Knicks are winning, so we give them credit. I just think putting Derrick Rose in the starting lineup is the best move moving forward as we progress and teams start to kind of figure out their, just rhythm and mentality of what their team is, as they start to kind of face harder competition as the season progresses, as they're fighting for playoff spots come the end of the season. I really think it's going to be Derrick Rose that gives you the best chance to win those kind of high pressure filled games. Kemba Walker just not there, I don't think, folks. Evan Fournier, not a great game either. 7 points on 1 of 6 from 3. Mitchell Robinson at the 5, 4 points, 6 rebounds on 2 shots. Julius Randle still getting it done here. And once again, Julius Randle great in the regular season. So, our mind on Julius Randle is still the same because, we only see him flounder in the playoffs. He was great throughout really the entire season last year in the regular season. And he's still doing what he did last year in the regular season here. So we can still praise and celebrate Julius Randle, but once we get to the playoffs, that's really where we have to see the improvement of Julius Randle. But 32 points, 12 rebounds on 3 of 9 from 3, 50% on 22 shots. We'll take that. And then RJ Barrett being the great kind of number 2 here, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Not the most efficient, 2 of 7 from 3, 38% on 21 shots, but still was able to get the job done. So Knicks get the win. And then the Bucks, like we said, still no Brook Lopez. Drew Holiday still getting acclimated back from injury. So George Hill still at the 1, 6 points, 4 assists. Grayson Allen, 22 points, 5 rebounds. Once again, we are loving Grayson Allen. Needs to clean up the defense just a tad, but overall, he brings that level of shooting that you need. And once Drew Holiday gets back and Brook Lopez gets back, the defensive kind of unit for the Bucks will be a little bit better, so that will help out Grayson Allen as well. But overall, we're really just kind of focusing on the scoring by Grayson Allen. And so far, we're still getting great, efficient shooting by him really on a nightly basis. So once again, we are big believers in this Bucks team, still buying the Bucks. Grayson Allen still getting it done. Thanasis Antetokounmpo still playing the 5 because of no Brook Lopez. 4 points, 3 rebounds. Giannis, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 9 of 11 from the free throw line, 2 of 7 from 3. Once again, Giannis, you're not quite there yet with the 3, so we really don't want to see 7. He took the tied for third most threes in the game. Grayson Allen took 9. That was the most. Jordan Nora off the bench with 8 threes, and then Pat Connaughton also with 7 threes as well. With Giannis at 7 3. So we'll give Giannis like 3 or 4 threes a game. I don't know if he's ready to start shooting 7 a game. I would tone it down a little bit, but Giannis, I mean, he can do whatever he wants. It's Giannis. So he's got a free pass to shoot wherever he wants, but I would kind of be like, tone it down a little bit. And then Pat Connaughton, not a great night. 5 points on 1 of 7 from 3. Really disappointing. But then off the bench here, Jrue Holiday, 10 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds in 20 minutes. So once he gets kind of back into the starting role and playing starting minutes, this Bucks team will be fine. And once again, no Chris Middleton either in this game. And then Jordan Nora off the bench, 13 points. So a good win for the Knicks. Any win is a good win, but, given the context, Bucks missing a couple of starters, we're not going to be selling the Bucks off of this one lone loss. All right, then we get the Clippers at the Timberwolves, and what's going on with the Timberwolves? No D'Angelo Russell, and they lose the game. Once again, Karl Anthony Towns maybe wanting to get out of Minnesota. We don't want to see that, but well done once again by Paul George to lead his team to the victory here. Paul George, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. Absolutely fantastic game. Not great efficiency-wise. 0 of 7 from 3, 20% shooting on 20 shots, but he was able to help lead the way here, led the team in plus minus as a plus 18. And then Reggie Jackson really starting to step it up here over the last couple of games. 20 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. He was a plus 14 on the floor. Great night by him. Zubac down low, 14 points, 14 rebounds. Eric Bledsoe still not kind of being great out here. He could definitely be a little bit better. 9 points on 15% shooting on 13 shots, 0-4 from the 3. But he also had 4 assists and 5 rebounds and 3 steals. So overall, we give him a little bit of credit, but would like to see this man start to step it up. Eric Bledsoe hasn't really been the greatest over the last couple of 3 or 4 years, so we would like to see. I think he had like one great season. Let me quickly do a dive into Eric Bledsoe. I think he's been floundering the last couple of years. What was his best season? Let me see. 20 points. Yeah, 20 points with the Suns in 2015 and 2016, averaging 20-plus points. Last season, averaging 12 points. The year before that, 14. The year before that, 15. So we've seen a little bit of a decline from 2015 all the way to current times. Minutes going down a little bit as well. So could definitely step it up a little bit. Scoring wise, we know he has the ability to score the ball, but we got to see a little bit better out of him. Also off the bench here, Terrence Mann, 13 points and 6 rebounds, helping the team out as well. And then for the Timberwolves, we know really all their scoring comes from their main 3 of Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, and D'Angelo Russell. No D'Angelo Russell here, and it does kind of hurt him. Patrick Beverley steps in for the 1 here with D'Angelo Russell being out, 5 points, 3 assists. Anthony Edwards, 17 points, not really efficient, 3 of 12 from the 3, 22 shots leading to 31% from the field. And then Karl Anthony Towns, 20 points, 8 rebounds, but he was a minus 28 on the floor. Efficient, 63% on 11 shots, but they just didn't have the scoring pace without Anthony Edwards. Malik Beasley does his best to kind of help out, scoring 35 minutes off the bench, 18 points, but the man took 16 threes, folks. 6 of 16 from 3. Jeez Louise. So overall, just the efficiency in shooting was not there for Minnesota, and that's kind of where we kind of fall off on this Minnesota team. We like their big 3, but besides their big 3, they are really nothing. So Karl Anthony Towns might want to blow it all up. We're not going to really blame him for wanting to do so, because this Timberwolves team they're not going to win a championship, and it's still going to be hard to get to the playoffs even if they have the big 3 kind of every single game, and now some are injured and they're not really building around them. So if Karl Anthony Towns wants out, we kind of agree with it a little bit, but we don't want to see it. So it's unfortunate, but they lose by 20 here, 104-84 to the Clippers. All right, then we get the Pelicans and the Warriors in a big blowout here for the Warriors, winning 126-85. But we know this. Still no Zion. Still no Brandon Ingram. So once again, it's just Valanciunas by his lonesome out here. We feel so bad for this dude. Got shipped out of the Grizzlies last season, or in this offseason, whenever it officially happened. But now here with the with the Pelicans that have really nothing to win. Jonas Valanciunas, 20 points, 15 rebounds. That's great. But then other than that, nobody did anything really meaningful out here. Josh Hart may be the second best player for this team now, 10 points, 9 rebounds. Devontae Graham, 12 points, 3 assists, and everything else was really, really subpar. So nothing great by the Pelicans, and somehow, wasn't this the game on ESPN last night? They wanted to show this game? Okay. But for the Warriors, Steph Curry, 19 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. Jordan Poole, folks. Jordan Mother-loving Poole, 26 points, led the team in scoring, a plus 31 on the floor. What a great night by him. Kevon Looney down low, 0 points and 3 rebounds, but he only played 11 minutes. Draymond Green, 8 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Classic Draymond game. And then Andrew Wiggins being consistent as always, 16 points, 3 rebounds on 46% shooting on 13 shots. Exactly what we need to see. And then off the bench, some solid production by Namaja Jellica, 13 points, 7 rebounds. Gary Payton, 17.6 rebounds. Andre Iguodala, only 2 points, but he had 10 assists. So we'll definitely take that from Iggy down low with the defense and all that. So overall, a good team win here for the Warriors, and they're just waiting on Clay to get back, folks. Clay to get back, and maybe some a big that's really starting to be consistent out there to kind of tie it all together. But other than that, this Warriors team is the real deal, folks, and why we have them at number 4 in our power rankings, and is definitely going to be challenging moving into the top 3 this week, I would say. Alrighty, 2 games left here. Next game up, we've got the Pacers at the Blazers, and once again, the Pacers lose a close game. What do they got? Still 2 wins, 3 and 7. They got 3 wins. All right, we disrespected them a little bit. But overall, they lose the games. They lose the close games. Classic. They lose 110-106 here. Now, Sabonis, 15 points, 12 rebounds. Miles Turner, 16 points, 6 rebounds. All that is good. Karis LeVert, 12 points, 6 assists. TJ McConnell, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. And then Chris Durant, 9 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And then off the bench, Justin Holiday, 12 points, 4 rebounds. So overall, they got decent production, but this is what we see by the Pacers all year, last year, all year, 2 years ago, all year, 3 years ago. This is what the Pacers are, folks. And they lose to the Blazers. And this Blazers team hasn't been winning that many games. What is this, their 3rd or 4th win of the season? 4th and 4 and 5, folks. 4th win of the season here by the Blazers. So it's not like the Pacers were facing some unstoppable force to lose. Damian Lillard didn't even play good. 4 points on 0 of 6 from 3 and 15% shooting on 13 shots. What, Damian Lillard? Where is Dame? Where is Dame? Somebody send out a wanted poster for Damian Lillard, because I don't know who this Damian Lillard they got playing for the Blazers this year, but this is not the old Dame time we know, folks. How unfortunate. He was also a -4 on the floor. Ooh. So this is the games that the Pacers lose, folks. We know this. CJ McCollum, 27 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. He stepped up big time. Nurkic down low, 10 points, 9 rebounds. Robert Covington, 19 points, 5 rebounds. And then Norman Powell at the 3, 25 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 rebounds. All around a good game. And then Anthony Simmons off the bench, folks, 16 points. He's going to be a huge factor here to see how deep this Blazers team can go into the playoffs. If they make the playoffs at all, it's really going to be dependent on Anthony Simmons here. Or Damian Lillard if he wants to ever step up and kind of arrive to the scene here. But Blazers get the win there. Very well done. And we already went over the Pacers. Nothing really great across the board to kind of really be the guy. They don't got that kind of closer. They don't have that killer on this Pacers team. Sabonis is good. Miles Turner is good. Karis LeVert is good. But nobody's the killer here to take over the game, win them the game, win those close games. They just don't have that. So Pacers lose another one, 110-106. And then the last game of the night here, Kings and the Hornets. And man, oh man, Kings drop a franchise record 22 threes to win 140. Yes, 140, 110, folks. A 30-point win while putting up 140 points. Absolutely fantastic. So if they had their record 22 3-pointers, who took the most threes on this team, folks? Just take a guess. We'll give you 3 seconds. What is your answer? We're talking the Kings, folks. Well, of course it would be Buddy Hield. Of course, 17 threes he took. He went 8 of 17 for the 3, 26 points, led the team in scoring off the bench, still off the bench here, folks. So, if they don't want to trade him, I'm all about this team, folks. I still want to see Buddy Hield on this team. I don't want to see Buddy Hield coming off the bench, but he's still playing kind of solid starting minutes with 30. So, I mean, you got Davion Mitchell, you got Buddy Hield and Tristan Thompson coming off the bench. So, another situation like we talk about. Which team do we talk about like that? The Wizards. A really good starting lineup, and then kind of 3 great bench players that you can kind of run a second unit on. Same thing with the Knicks as well, that you really can run an entire full second unit because you've got great players off the bench here. So if the Kings really, if they do want to keep Buddy Hield, which I think it should be at least an option that they're thinking about, running Davion Mitchell, who is obviously a point guard, Donovan Mitchell's brother, and we know how great Donovan Mitchell is. So, and we saw Davion Mitchell in college. He was looking real good. So, having Davion Mitchell and Buddy Hield and Tristan Thompson running kind of the second squad here for this Kings team, that's all reliable and consistent production you can get off the bench here. You've got the kind of facilitator, you got the scorer in Buddy Hield who can also kind of beef it up a little bit down low, and then you got the beef down low of Tristan Thompson. So, I would kind of like that, but the Kings kind of, I'm guessing, want to get away from that because they're looking to trade Buddy Hield, but we'll see how that progresses as the season continues. But shout out big time to Buddy Hield. De'Aaron Fox, 21 points, 9 assists, a great night by him. Tyrese Halliburton, 14 points. Raquan Holmes, 23 points and 20 rebounds. Holy cow. Maurice Harkless, 10 points, 4 rebounds. And then Harrison Barnes, 14 points and 10 rebounds. And then Davion Mitchell off the bench, maybe his best game, 19 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 or 5 from 3, 54% on 11 shots. Now we're starting to see Davion Mitchell kind of get into it a little bit. 10 games under his belt, looking to kind of facilitate the floor for this second squad. And once again, Davion Mitchell, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson. Maybe don't blow it up with trading Buddy Hield, because if you trade Buddy Hield, then that kind of plan just collapses. But this could potentially be something great for the Kings. What do we got here? They're 5-4. They're 5-4, folks. Maybe they can do it. We'll see if they keep Buddy Hield or not. All right, then we get the Hornets. Unfortunate getting blown out here by 30 points. Sheesh. LaMelo Ball, 24 points, 13 assists, tried his damnedest. Terry Rozier, 9 points. He didn't really shoot well. 1 of 7 from 3, 21% on 14 shots. Mason Plumlee down low, 5 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. Miles Bridges, 10 points. And then Gordon Hayward, 25 points, led the team in scoring, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. Off the bench here, Kelly Oubre Jr., 9 points on 10 shots. 1 of 5 from the 3. Once again, Kelly Oubre Jr. Okay, nothing great by this man. Cody Martin off the bench, 12 points, and Nick Richards, 7 points off the bench. So, Kelly Oubre Jr., not great, playing 13 minutes, nothing great by this bench where the Kings have a really solid bench. So, unfortunate the Hornets lose by 30. Alrighty, that was the NBA from last night. What do we have on tap for tonight's action? Anything great? We have not hit anything in our basketball picks yet, folks, but that's still fine. We've got time to kind of figure it out here. So let's see if there's any great value in the NBA action tonight. We get Rockets, Nuggets minus 11. We are going to stay away from that game. Jazz, Heat minus 2. Can the Heat get back on track? We'll see, coming off of a real not great loss. Bulls, 76ers. Bulls minus 4, 76ers plus 4. This game better be on TV. This is going to be a great game. 76ers at Bulls. Those are 2 of our top 3 teams. 76ers at 1, Bulls at number 3. This game better be on television. No games on television, so you need League Pass. How unfortunate. Alrighty, so you're going to have to use League Pass to watch the best game of the night. 76ers at Bulls, folks. We'll stay away from that. Celtics at Mavericks. Mavericks minus 3.5. Hawks at Suns. Suns minus 5. And then Lakers at Blazers. Blazers minus 5.5 here. No LeBron, so we'll stay away from it. No real great value either way, folks. I'm not seeing any great value tonight, so we'll stay away from it, and we'll try to get back into the NBA betting maybe tomorrow with the better value overall. We're really not seeing anything that is tickling our fancy, if you will. Alrighty, so that is all the NBA we needed to go over for today. Now let's head over to the NFL from Thursday. We already broke down this game, but we read an article, a quote by Frank Wright saying that Carson Wentz played flawless. Whoa. It took Carson Wentz 9 weeks to finally play flawless against a Jets team. That's what it took, folks. That's what it took for Carson Wentz to finally arrive here and be the quarterback needed to win for the Colts. 9 weeks and playing the Jets and having an extraordinary running attack. All right, what the heck is going on with our internet here? We are not, we need to get back to the game so we can break down the plays, and it looks like it is not loading. So that is interesting. That is not great. Alrighty, well, I guess we will go over this. Well, can we still bring it up from here, though? That's the question. Let's see if we can get back to this. Let's see. Alright, here we go. We're back. Alright, let's bring this back up. And then we were going to watch every Carson Wentz incompletion, because if he's playing flawless, I want to see flawless, because he still had 8 incompletions overall. Now, when we broke down the game on Friday, yesterday's show, we kind of said if you took out all the passes to the running backs, he really only threw like 61%, 63%, and only for about, what do we got, to like 210 yards and all that. So Carson Wentz utilizing the run game. We're still going to give the Colts and Carson Wentz credit for winning, but now we just have to really see how much credit we really should be giving him, because in kind of the second half of this game, yes, they kind of blew them out in the first half, and yes, they still put up 45 points, but, you know, in the second half, we start getting kind of drives that stall. They start to punt. They start to have turnover on downs. They start to settle for field goals, where in the first half, it was touchdown. So I want to see Carson Wentz's incompletions right here, just to kind of truly get a gauge of how much credit we should be getting them. And now we are going kind of in deep here. We are not nitpicking, but we just kind of want to get a true context of what Carson Wentz is looking like here, because now kind of everybody in the media is starting to buy this Colts team and Carson Wentz, and that's fine. I could buy this Colts team. We love their running attack, but we just really kind of have to get a true focus on what Carson Wentz truly is here. So we've got all 8 incompletions queued up here. Let's see, are they on Carson Wentz? Are they on the receivers? Were they looking good? Were they bad passes? All of that. So let's see what we get from Carson Wentz's kind of mistakes, if you will, to see if they are concerning and how much we should be buying this Colts team based off of the win alone. So here we go. First incompletion here. We got to take it in the broadcast view to get the play up. And once again, you know, all 22 should be all up here, but once again, missing some plays here and there. Classic. All right, but here we go. First incompletion here at 9:55. It's a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, it's still a touchdown drive. So once again, they get it done with the running game. Once again, the running game was running wild on the Jets, and the Jets defense was awful all game long. So let's see why Carson Wentz was missing these throws. Here we go. First one, 2nd and 6 at their own 30-yard line. Here we go. Play action. And man, oh man, it was like set up screen to the left, and they just came in rushing. Carson Wentz, this is not his fault, not at all. No time to really sell the fake and then throw the ball. So that is not on Carson Wentz. So we will put a little bit of an X right there. Not his fault. Just to kind of keep tabs on what we're seeing. Alrighty, next incompletion here comes on the next drive. And we get 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line, incomplete pass. Let's see. Was it on Carson Wentz? Was it on somebody else? Let's see. Here we go. Carson Wentz under center. They're going to play action. Decent time to throw, and he's going deep and way underthrown, and definitely should have been intercepted. Threw this one into double coverage. Once again, I've got no problem testing the field vertically. That's what we say all the time, what we want to see. So this is great that he's testing the coverage, but if you're going to do that, you must throw where only the receiver can get it, or it's an incomplete pass. No chance at giving the defender a chance to make a play on this ball, and this is underthrown. And the defender made a play on this ball, so that is Carson Wentz's fault right here. Way underthrown. Let's count the yards on this one because this was an air out, so we can get a kind of max on Carson Wentz's arm. There's no reason to underthrow this ball that was underthrown, so we're going to kind of cap it off at maybe this is what his arm is. So let's count the yards and see how big Carson Wentz's arm is as of now. Here we go. He's going to launch this ball from about his own 30-yard line, and it's going to get it all the way down to about the 15. So we got 30 to the 50, that's 20. 50 to the 15, that is 35. So that's 55 yards, and that's really, really great, folks. That's kind of, what you expect from, the great quarterbacks, 55, 60 yards right there. So the arm is still big here by Carson Wentz. Unfortunately, just, kind of maxed out right here. This is like 55. We'll give him credit for it. Yeah, we'll give him credit for the 55 yards right there. Just unfortunate. It was underthrown still. So Carson Wentz's arm is big, but this was still his fault. Potentially intercepted. Should have been intercepted. All right, next incompletion here. We get second quarter, and they're up 21-10 here. It's a 1st and 10 at the Jets' 46-yard line. And here we go. Carson Wentz in the backfield, running back to the left of him. Here we go. Carson Wentz snaps the ball, dropping back. Going to step up in the pocket and go to dump it down, and who is this? Nyheim Hines right here. Nyheim Hines, usually surefire. We love seeing Nyheim Hines here. Let's see this ball right here. A little behind the receiver. Once again, if you're going to kind of dump it down to the running backs, you have to throw it in stride, especially on screens and all that. Throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, must kind of throw it in stride so they can catch and run with it. Carson Wentz throw this one a little bit behind him. Running back had to kind of adjust his body to it and still should have been caught, but even if he caught it, the adjustment that he made to catch the ball, he would have been taken down right at the line of scrimmage for no gain anyway. So Carson Wentz, I'm going to put this one that it was his fault right here. Got to put this one a little bit more on the money. He stepped up in the pocket to avoid the pressure. No reason for this one to be a little bit behind. You throw this one in stride, he can kind of slingshot his way around this defender and pick up maybe 5 or even the first down, 10 yards. So that is on Carson Wentz right there, folks. Alrighty, next incompletion here. We're going third quarter. Third quarter, fourth drive. Yes, they had that many drives in the fourth quarter. Sheesh. All right, here we go. 124, and that is right here. All right, on 3rd and 9. Ooh, they had to punt. Carson Wentz finally kind of having the ball in his hands on a crucial down. Not the running game taking it. It's 3rd and 9. Carson Wentz. Let's see how he picks or how he doesn't pick this up. Here we go. In the shotgun. Here we go, dropping back to pass, steps up in the pocket, plenty of time to throw, launches it, and a little bit too out in front. This one should have probably been caught as well. Let's see. Oh, man, just a little out in front for the receiver to go and get. Dives to the ground. And unfortunately, it is an incomplete pass. We don't get the replay of it. I wish we could see the kind of replay of this one from a different angle. Unfortunately, we brought this one up in the All-22, so we don't kind of get all the replays from the actual broadcast television edition, if you will. But yeah, still a little bit, led him a little bit to there. So I'll say kind of 50-50 on that one. That was kind of 50-50-ish his fault. All right, let's go to another incompletion here now in the fourth quarter. And, this is when all the incompletions really started to kind of ramp up a little bit in the fourth quarter, in kind of the second half. And I knew the Colts, already blowing this game open and already in commanding lead. So once again, we're not going to weigh all these incompletions too heavy in our mind, but we are going to definitely take it into consideration because we still have concerns about this Colts team overall. What happens when they face a good team? Well, we've seen it already. They lose close. They can't get it done in the clutch. Carson Wentz turns the ball over. Yes, they blow out the Jets here, but it's the Jets, and they're at home, and it was a Thursday night game, and the running attack was running wild, so Carson Wentz really didn't need to do anything besides be a game manager. But, for this Colts team to go deep, Carson Wentz obviously needs to be an above-average game manager because we've seen this Colts team in multiple situations so far this year where he has the ball in his hands, and he needs to go down for a score, and what happens? He turns it over and all this, and they lose the games. So this is kind of why we are going a little bit more in depth on Carson Wentz right here. But here we go. Next incompletion here. 1st and 10 from the Jets 47-yard line. Carson Wentz dropping back to pass. Gets the ball off clean, and this is way underthrown and not even a good read. Well covered right here. Pressure was coming. He had to step up in the pocket. But just kind of threw this ball, I guess, away. But that is an incompletion on Carson Wentz. Yes, sir. Alrighty, next incompletion here. Still in the fourth quarter on the first drive of the fourth quarter. On this turnover on drives drive. We get 9:24. We're actually going to the next one. Now, when they turned it over on downs, they ran the ball on 4th and 2. Once again, who do they trust right here? And Carson Wentz is really giving you nothing to really show a lot of trust in. So that's why they kind of run the ball there on 4th and 2 from the 2-yard line in the fourth quarter. Or hang on, I'm bugging, folks. I'm sorry. I went to the wrong drive. That was the third quarter. I apologize. But we can go back to this one. The turnover on downs in the third quarter. Once again, who are you trusting on 4th and 2 from the 2-yard line? They trust the running backs. And yeah, I would definitely trust the running backs here too. But they even move Carson Wentz out of that. Direct snap. And then, it's going to be Jonathan Taylor up the middle. So they don't really want Carson Wentz with the ball in his hands in trustworthy situations, folks. You know what we're saying? But let's get back to his incompletions now. So here we go, back to the fourth quarter here for his next incompletion. Did we not bring that play up, or did we just watch that play? Oh, yeah, we got to just... Okay. I saw what we did. Okay. All right. Next incompletion. We just got to skip because it's second play, so here we go. Just got to skip it up a little bit. All right, here we go. Next incompletion. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Carson Wentz going deep, and look at that. That's wide open, but he puts it way too much, and they call this one a catch. Or they review this one. Can't toe tap, but look at how open he is right here, folks. And he puts it way on the boundary. There's no reason to put it out there like that. So once again, the deep ball accuracy by Carson Wentz is still a problem. This is wide open. This is a wheel route by Nyheim Hines. Once again, Nyheim Hines is great, folks. He's a speedster, but he just puts this one too much on the boundary. Look at this, like 2 steps. He had about like 2 steps on this defender, and he puts it way too much on the boundary. You just put this one out in front of him. He can run underneath it. Look at this. Look at that, folks. We're talking 2 yards. 2 yards, and he's underthrown. We see Nyheim Hines having to slow down. You don't have to underthrow this ball for Nyheim Hines. So, yes, this is 100% on Carson Wentz. And if this game was close and the game started to get close, the Jets started to come back a little bit, this would have truly iced it. But Carson Wentz misses this throw, and they have to settle for a field goal because of it. Not great. Really not great. All right, and then we're going to get another incompletion, 2 plays. 2 plays later, so let's skip. Oh, no, hang it. What's this one? Here we go. This is a completion. Good throw there to Michael Pittman, or who is that? Whoever that is. Good throw. All right, now we're going to go to the next incompletion here on 3rd and 3. Once again, 3rd and 3. They have to settle for a field goal. Let's see why. 3rd and 3 from the 21-yard line. Carson Wentz, play action. rolling out to his right, and overthrowing again. Once again, Jack Doyle, the tight end right here, solid kind of half a step on the defender. Carson Wentz just throws it way too bad. Not even catchable for the tight end to go up and get it. So another throw that is just off the mark, going deep, having to settle for a field goal, keeping the Jets a little bit in this game. We know on the very next drive, the Jets go down and score a touchdown and make it 45-30. Once again, a close game. Could have came back and won, or made it a little closer in the final score, but all right, not great. And then the last incompletion here by Carson Wentz. So, all right, we'll save that. We won't say this yet, but we'll save it. All right, here we go. Last incompletion here by Carson Wentz of the night. Let's go here, actually. Last incompletion. All right, here we go. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 here. All right, here we go. 3rd and 10 from the Jets' 48-yard line. Here we go. Up 15. 3 minutes left in the game. Carson Wentz taking a shot and just airs it out, and miscommunication with the receiver, whatever it was, but just kind of throwing this one away. Going to take the big hit. Just launches it up. And it falls harmlessly incomplete, but that is on Carson Wentz right there. Just kind of threw it away. So off of the 8 incompletions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 were definitely his fault. Another one was kind of 50-50. So, all these incompletions here, going deep, testing the coverage, not being 100% accurate. So once again, we're not going to be buying this Colts team 100% because they beat the Jets and put up 45 points. Yes, the running game is good. And that's what we've loved about this Colts team the entire year, was the running backs, the 3 great ones, Jonathan Taylor, Marlon Mack, who didn't play this game, and then Nyheim Hines. We want this to be the identity of the Colts, but Frank Reich has history with Carson Wentz, from the Eagles days, so maybe he wants to kind of show that, hey, Carson Wentz can be kind of the main guy here and single-handedly kind of help us win the game and kind of get all the credit for it. And once again, that's not out of the realm of kind of what happens in the NFL, folks. Go back to the second time that the Seahawks were in the Super Bowl with Russell Wilson. Remember, Russell Wilson throws the ball on the 2-yard line. Why not just run with Marshawn Lynch? Because in our theory, what we think happened is, Pete Carroll didn't want to give that kind of huge platform or kind of shine, I guess, to Marshawn Lynch. Hey, Marshawn Lynch won us the Super Bowl. I think Pete Carroll wanted that kind of praise and recognition to go to Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson threw the game-winning touchdown, not Marshawn Lynch. So Russell Wilson gets all the praise. I think Frank Reich kind of wants to have Carson Wentz have the praise. Carson Wentz isn't that big in the national media. He can't stay healthy. Frank Reich kind of won with them a little bit when they were in Philadelphia, and Frank Reich is like, hey, I can be the one that make Carson Wentz work and keep him healthy and see like, hey, yeah, look, he can win a championship. I've done it with him. So maybe that's what they're doing a little bit here, but if Frank Reich does go with Carson Wentz being the guy, they will not get into the playoffs. They will not win the Super Bowl. They need this Colts team to be a true, purely running team with Carson Wentz throwing the ball maybe 22, 23 times a game. That's really it. I cut it off there. So we'll see what the Colts do as they move forward right here. They're on Hard Knocks now, so we can get a nice, better look at the team overall and kind of see what Frank Reich's relationship is with Carson Wentz. Can we kind of see some hints in Hard Knocks from behind the scenes of Frank Reich kind of saying, yeah, we really want to see Carson Wentz succeed and thrive right here. So we'll see all of that in Hard Knocks, and we'll see this Colts team as they move forward as the NFL season progresses here, but we'll still give the Colts credit for the win. I'm not 100% knocking the Colts. I'm just kind of hawk-eyeing Carson Wentz so we know what to expect. We know what to bet. We know what we expect when we bet them or bet against them and all that, so we know what the value is good and what is not good and all that. So that is our little bit of a hawk-eye breakdown of Carson Wentz, if you will. Still not buying him, folks. Still not buying him 100%. Alrighty, last thing I want to do for today's show is watch our favorite video of the week, Week 9 NFL game picks and win probability, folks. What are the machines saying? Do the machines agree with us? Are the machines kind of on Vegas' side? Are they away from Vegas? And what are they saying that we are saying and all that? And this is a kind of a big week for us because we came out with 11 official picks this week. We have never done that. We usually do 6 picks, 3 locks, 3 99% guarantees, and maybe a bonus pick. We've sprinkled in a little bit of bonus picks. I think we've done like 2 or 3 times this season, but we've never done 11 picks. But we've seen what Vegas set the line at. We've seen this wild week in the NFL where everybody's just going crazy on Twitter over the Aaron Rodgers situation, over the whole Raiders situation. Everybody's going crazy on every kind of game. We've seen backup quarterbacks play off the charts and get wins. So we're just feeling, I don't know if we're feeling crazy or confident this week of giving y'all 11 official picks right here. But now that we have 11 picks, we truly have to see what the machines are agreeing. Are they agreeing with us on all 11 picks? Should we be feeling so confident heading into tomorrow with all of our 11 picks? And we kind of ran the numbers a little bit. If we parlayed all 11 picks together and just threw a measly $100 on it, we walk away with 118,000. I think the odds have even went up over the last 24 hours. We're at 118,000. I think last night we were at 115,000. So the value is getting better out there, folks. The value is getting better. So if you want to take a chance with us, folks, we're going 11 picks for $118,000. And once again, we kind of want to get revenge on Vegas because we think Vegas, we're getting conspiratorial here. We think Vegas had a little something to do with Derrick Henry's injury. I don't know how they did it. I don't want to know how they did it because I don't want to be wrapped up in that knowledge where they are looking at me to come after next. But I think Vegas had a little something to do with Derrick Henry's injury because the Titans have been absolutely making Vegas look like clowns thanks to us because we've been seeing the disrespectful value. Titans have been getting points over the last 3 weeks and they've been winning outright. That means Vegas is probably losing a little bit of money on the Titans, and they were like, all right, we got to slow this team down, and they injured Derrick Henry. I don't know if it's true. I think it's true, but I'm just saying, folks, a little coincidental. No. So we're trying to get back at Vegas, and this is how we do it, folks. We hit an 11-team parlay. If you hit an 11-team parlay, Vegas is like, what? What? So this is how we get back at Vegas, folks. Just hitting the parlays, making our bets, and finding the great value and exploiting it like we have the last 3 weeks. So let's remind you of our picks here, and then we'll watch the video and talk it through, see what the machines are saying. And we'll also set some bars this week if we need to. We set a couple of bars here, maybe every week. We've done it a couple times this season of kind of what we need to see out of some players or teams this week to see if we can buy them heading into next week. So we'll see if any kind of teams and occasions arise as we're going through the breakdown. But once again, our picks for this week, we've got Titans +7, Texans +5.5, Cowboys -10, Ravens -6, Raiders -3, Eagles +2, Packers +7.5, Patriots -4, Cardinals +2.5, Saints -6.5, and the Browns +2.5. I know, 11 picks, folks. It's crazy. I understand, but I'm feeling good about all of them. So here we go. Let's see what the machines are saying. First game up here is Titans at Rams, and they predict the score, Rams winning 30-21. So the machines are really not giving this Titans team a lot of respect outside of Derrick Henry, and I'm okay with that thought. I don't know how this Titans team is going to kind of play, but I think at 7 points, I think it's good value, especially with this Rams team facing another good team. Who have been the good teams that the Rams have faced so far this season? Was it just the Cardinals and they lost against them? Let's quickly bring up their schedule. Because we're not going to buy this Rams team. swallowing 7 points right here if they're barely winning games against good competition. So far this season, the Rams have faced the Bears. That's not a really great win. They blow them out. They faced the Colts. That's not a good win, and they only win by 3. They faced the Bucs. That's a good win. They win by 10. They faced the Cardinals, and they lose by 17. And they were at home for both of those games. So they're at home for this Titans team. Against a good team, they're able to win. Against another good team, they lose. So we're not getting anything really concrete for this Rams team. And the last 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks have been an absolute cakewalk. Facing the Seahawks without Russell Wilson. Facing the Giants. Facing the Lions. Facing the Texans. So they've gone really a month without facing any real great solid opponents right here. And this Titans defense, they bend and don't break. So, once they get inside the red zone, they kind of lock it up a little bit more. In this Rams team, when they have struggled this season, it's really come from in the red zone. They haven't been able to score. They settle for field goals. They turn the ball over in the red zone. So with this Titans defense bending and not breaking, we get 7 right there, a full kind of 1 possession right here. And this Titans team, I believe, can keep the game close. We get Adrian Peterson. Does he need to know how to run? Does he need to learn the plays? The man's a veteran. I'm sure he's caught up really quickly, and he has fresh legs. So I think it's going to be a close game. I don't know if the Titans win, but we're getting 7, and I think it's good value all around. Just getting that nice 7 point, 1 possession, you're good. You're covered up to a full 1 possession. So you really can't get better than that value-wise. And let's go to the Titans. Have they ever gotten blown out this season? They've been winning games, which is great, but have they ever gotten blown out this season? Let's quickly take a look at that. Here we go. I don't think they've got blown out. They've only lost 2 games so far this season. They've come back from behind multiple times, out to bad starts. They still come back. All right, first game, they get blown out by the Cardinals, 38-13. Okay, but that's week 1 against one of the best teams in the league. So we can kind of write that off a little bit. And then their second loss came to the Jets in overtime, losing by 3. So they keep these games close. They don't get blown out. So another kind of green flag for our +7 right here. So we're still going to kind of be good with the Titans +7. Machines don't agree with us. That's fine. Vegas kind of set the bar right at 7 right there because they don't really know what the Titans are going to do. So we're feeling good about the Titans, folks. We think they can cover the 7 right here, even though the machines don't agree. So win probability is at 60% for the Rams, and the cover probability is at 52%, with the line being 7.5 by the time that they posted this video. And they kind of make these picks right here as of 11/3, so they're usually a couple days behind and when we watch the video. So we do know the lines change a little bit. So we did lose a little bit of a 0.5 point value taking the Titans +7 when they were at 7.5 at one point. And they are still at +7 here. All right, we don't have any bars for either of these teams right here. Should we put a bar for this Titans team just because they do have this new running back, Adrian Peterson? We're just gonna. It's not an official bar, but I want to see what their game plan is offensively. Are they gonna still run the ball 28, 30 plus times with Adrian Peterson? Or are they gonna scale it back because it's Adrian Peterson, a little bit older, obviously 36. That's old for a running back. So we're just gonna keep an eye. This is gonna be a real interesting game to watch here, but we're still going to give respect to the Titans offense overall, that Ryan Tannehill can still move the ball and get it done without having the king in the backfield. So machines don't agree with us, but that's fine, folks. We're not going to change our minds. We're still rocking with the Titans +7. We are still officially locking that in. Alrighty, what do we got for this next matchup with the machines are saying? Here we go. Next matchup. Here we go. All right, Browns at Bengals, and alrighty, one of our picks, Browns +2.5, and the machines agree with us. Browns win 25-23 with a 52% win probability. So this is great right here, folks. Once again, don't get bogged down with the national media, folks. They are all saying Baker's trash, Baker's garbage, Baker can't win, Baker's the reason OBJ is leaving, OBJ is fine with leaving, OBJ deserves to leave. this Browns team is not treating them right. Everybody is off of the Browns, folks. We are not. We've been on the Browns. We are still on Baker Mayfield. Everybody's been selling him for like the last 2-3 weeks. We have not. We've been telling y'all these last 3 weeks to calm down on this Browns team. They are fine. This is still a good team overall. They have a couple of hiccups here with some injuries over the last couple of weeks, but they are still being competitive, and this is still a real deal team. So we're on the side of Vegas with the Browns because, with the spread tells all. In Vegas, making this a 2.5 point spread tells us that, hey, Vegas is like these two teams on a neutral field. The Browns are a 0.5 point better team. So the Vegas is not falling off of the Browns. The machines are not falling off of the Browns. Takes by fans is not falling off of the Browns. The only people that are falling off of the Browns is the national media. I want to be on the sides of Vegas and the machines, folks. They're usually on the money. They don't usually lose money, folks. So Browns plus 2.5, I think, is great value. The machines say they win outright, 52% win probability. The cover probability, 57%, because they're getting 2.5 points, whatever you've locked it in at. So we are still good to go. Good for clearance on Browns plus 2.5, folks. Woo, I think losing OBJ is good for this team. OBJ who knocks your own team? Do y'all not understand, folks? And this gets me so heated because I love competition, and I like, I like video games. So when I play video games, I go high competition. I go ranked online play. I want to test my skills over everybody else's. That's what I love to do. Competition. Who's going at it? Who's winning? All of that. So, when I'm playing team games and all that, and then just a teammate out of nowhere starts dissing everybody, it's like, we are on a team. Do y'all not understand the psychology that goes into a team sport and a team atmosphere? If one person starts knocking and calling out somebody else's play, that just puts pressure on you to outperform because now, you're setting bars. You're setting standards. Oh, okay, so now your level of performance needs to be increased because you're judging and kind of critiquing everybody else. And that puts pressure on those people because now they have all eyes on them. You're calling them out of bad play, all of that. So people just don't understand the psychology. And OBJ was actively saying, hey, Baker's kind of trashed a little bit. That's the overall message OBJ was trying to send. So now you've got a teammate actively hindering the performance of the team by calling players out, putting pressure on OBJ to do even better because, once again, he's the one that's calling people out. So you must be really good then. And your level of, you can't let down, because if you let down while calling everybody else out, what does that say about you? All about that. So I just don't understand. Or I kind of agree with Kevin Stefanski of kind of saying, all right, we're nipping it in the bud quick. I think that was great by Kevin Stefanski. I love the play calling by Kevin Stefanski we've seen all season. It's just unfortunate. The Browns last week, we watched Baker Mayfield in our film study, folks. We watched the final 2 drives in the fourth quarter when they were only down 5 points. Baker was moving the ball. It was Jarvis Landry with the 2 big drops or the 1 fumble and the 1 drop on 4th down that Baker Mayfield slung pretty precisely, and that's why they really lost and couldn't kind of get that final game-winning touchdown. So I know Baker Mayfield's not the clutchest quarterback, but he always puts you in the situation here to win games and be competitive. It was Jarvis Landry last week that really kind of floundered, and everybody was still putting it on Baker Mayfield. So I'm loving that the machines are agreeing with us right here. I was not expecting this, but it's a pleasant surprise. And once again, we are good to go on Browns plus 2.5, folks. Absolutely. Let's see. Has this line changed at all? I'm gonna refresh this. It might wipe out all of our picks, but that's fine. We've got them written down. Oh no, there you are up here. So yeah, it's still at Browns plus 2.5. So we're feeling good, folks. Yes. Love it so far. Love it. Browns, folks. I think this is the play of the week, folks. And once again, this Browns defense is good. And the Bengals, if we're going real kind of deep down in how the Bengals score, they have to have big plays. they only score really on big plays. They don't really move the ball down the field on kind of like 10-yard at a time plays. They really don't do that. They have the big play to Jamar Chase that really opens up everything, or Joe Mixon rips off a big play. So if they don't get those big plays, if the Browns defense can lock up those big plays, I don't know if the Bengals can put up that many points. So Browns win outright according to the machines, +2.5. That's the bet. We're loving it. Browns +2.5, folks. I love it. Damn. Alrighty, next game up here is the Packers at the Chiefs, and they say the Chiefs win 27-19. Okay, so not covering the spread here. We're taking the Packers +7.5. We're taking that for a couple of reasons. The Packers defense is absolutely great, folks. This is a real solid, good defense. And the Chiefs, once again, if you're listening to the national media, this Chiefs team, they turn over the ball a lot, which they do. That's kind of what we say. They turn over the ball, and that's why we don't buy the Chiefs at all, because they turn over the ball. That is a single-handed reason. So if we're talking about bars this week, folks, like I said last week, this is just an open bar every single week. Chiefs, no turnovers. I don't care if they win the game. I don't care if they lose the game. All I need to see from the Chiefs to start buying them next week is to see a no turnover game. So that's still a bar here by the Chiefs. No turnovers. That's all I need to see by them. Because the points will come without the turnovers, folks. That's the only thing that's killing this Chiefs team overall. And then in the national media, everybody's saying this is the worst defense. This Chiefs defense is atrocious. Now, I understand no Aaron Rodgers, but Davante Adams is good to go. So Jordan Love is going to have a great target to throw to. And once again, why we are feeling so comfortable on 11 picks this week is because we've seen backup quarterbacks over the last week and a half. Even Josh Johnson for the Jets, the third string, still got it going a little bit, put up 21 points. We'll give him credit for that. So these backup quarterbacks, these second string quarterbacks are able to get great production, at least for game one. You know, maybe game two, they kind of flounder because there's tape on them, but this is game one for Jordan Love. So we can buy him, and we're getting 7.5 points, a half a point hook over a one possession. So that's fantastic as well. So, all right, the machines are saying, hey, it's going to be a 8-point win. We get 7.5. So, and this is kind of what we see a little bit as well, is NFL, actually playing the line a little bit, because of a lot of their predictions that we've been seeing when we do this video are kind of right on the line or right below or right above. So how much does the actual line factor into their algorithm? We don't know what goes into their algorithm. But the Chiefs winning 27-19 still gives us good kind of good green flags on the Packers +7.5 here. Win probability is at 59%. Cover probability for the Chiefs is at 51%, being -7.5. But once again, if Jordan Love can just play game manager, the running backs are good. They've got weapons that, he can utilize, and Davante Adams can kind of, his play can increase Jordan Love's play because, Davante Adams is an A1 tier 1 wide receiver who can kind of coach up tier 3 and rookie quarterbacks. The Packers defense forcing turnovers, setting up short field, so they're putting it kind of right on the line of 8 points. We still like the Packers +7.5 here. We can't buy into the Chiefs because they are still showing turnovers, and they only throw one here. I think that's really going to be the thing that makes the difference of if we hit our bet of Packers +7 or don't. And we've been seeing turnovers all season long by the Chiefs. They did it against the Giants last week. I'm sure they'll do it against the Green Bay Packers right here. So we're still feeling good to go on Packers +7. The machines are not changing our mind at all. Not that we really change our mind that much on what the machines say anyway, but whatever. Alrighty, next game up here, and this one's going to be interesting, folks. This one is still going to be interesting. We are still going to take it, but it's still a little interesting overall. So here we go. Cardinals at the 49ers, and once again, the machines are agreeing with us. The Cardinals win outright 26-21. Now, we don't know if Kyler Murray or DeAndre Hopkins are going to be playing this week. They are true game time decisions. Kyler Murray did not practice all week, so that's never a great sign, but we are hoping that he is good to go, and hopefully the defense can kind of carry it if he is not good to go. But they have the Cardinals winning outright. Once again, it's interesting to know, did they have Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins playing this week? Is that factored into their algorithm, or what's the case? I'm assuming they have Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins playing when they made this. but they have them winning 26-21, a 57 win percent probability for the Cardinals. And let's see. Okay, so no, I think this was before the Kyler Murray potential out, because the line started at Cardinals -3, and we now know it is at Cardinals +2. So I don't +2.5. I think the value is increasing here. So it's seeming like Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins will not play. We've seen the line flip, so that's not great here. So we really can't take this at value anymore because it's a little bit out of date, unfortunately. So, this one is going to be interesting. I don't want to take it out, but I think we may have to take this game out. We didn't really know Kyler Murray was like this true game time decision when we made our Cardinals +2 pick. So I think we are going to take this 11 pick extravaganza week, and I think we are going to have to kind of tone it down and only do 10. And that's unfortunate. And it sucks. I agree. But I think we are officially canceling out our Cardinals +2 pick. It's just, I'm not going to bet this if Kyler Murray's not playing. I mean, that's a huge reason why we like the Cardinals, obviously, is Kyler Murray. If DeAndre Hopkins wasn't playing, I'd be like, all right, that's fine. I'll still take the Cardinals +2 because I still believe in the overall offense. But going against this 49ers team, division rivals on the road, I need Kyler Murray out there. So we are going to turn our 11-pick extravaganza into only a 10-pick extravaganza. I know, folks. I get it. And I don't really like anything else to sub. I mean, we really did 11 picks because we liked all these values, and I don't want to kind of squeeze another one in here. So if you've already taken the Cardinals +2.5 on my advice, that's fine. They will still hit that, so don't you worry about that, but it is going to be out of our official extravaganza. Alrighty, let's keep going here. What do we got next up? If Kyler Murray was playing, I'd swallow 10 points. Screw the +2. All right, what else do we get here? Next game up. Here we go. Whenever you want to switch. Here we go. All right. We get to Cowboys and the Broncos. Broncos at Cowboys, and this was one of our picks as well. Cowboys -10. Dak's back. That's all you need to know. And if Dak Prescott is out there by his lonesome offensively, it's Dak versus 11 defenders for the Broncos. We still take Dak -10 by himself. He will be able to do it all. So the algorithms, the machines agree with us. They have the Cowboys winning by 11, 31-10. So a 77% win probability for this Cowboys team, the highest that we've seen. So this is seeming like the best bet of the week so far. And a cover probability of 53% because it is at the 10. They have them winning by 11. So yeah, we're loving everything about this Cowboys team. We are not buying this Broncos offense at all. Teddy Bridgewater has really not shown us that he can move the ball consistently as we would like. We were buying into him, folks, so please don't come at us saying, oh, you're just haters on Teddy Bridgewater, the Broncos. Please don't say that we're haters on everybody, folks. We set bars. We talk every single week. You know, we're seeing what these teams truly are, and we give literally everybody the benefit of the doubt. We've been talking up Teddy Bridgewater this entire offseason. We were ready to buy this Broncos team week 1. We did buy this Broncos team all the way up to week 3 when they started to lose, and we're like, okay, this is a team that isn't moving the ball when they face better competition. So, Cowboys, they're the real deal offensively, defensively. That was proven without Dak Prescott last week winning with Cooper Rush. This Cowboys team is the real deal. And this Broncos defense, like we said, when we made our picks yesterday, they're kind of phoning it in now when they traded Von Miller. You don't trade good players at the trade deadline if you think you have a chance to win the season. Look at the teams that made the trade, look at the teams that traded pieces, and look for the teams that went to trade for pieces, and you will see the drastic differences. The teams that are trading away players, they're kind of, all right, we probably can't do anything. We've got like 1, 2, 3 wins so far. And the teams that got traded players, they're like 6, 7 win teams because they're looking to bolster up their team because they know they are actual competitors this year. So not buying the Broncos defense, haven't bought the Broncos offense really since week 3, unfortunately, and this Cowboys team is the real deal. So the machines are agreeing with us here. Absolutely love it. We are still loving the Cowboys -10. No bar here for the Cowboys. Whatever they do, we'll still buy them and love them because I'm sure they'll be fine this week. Bars, I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, we'll set a bar here. We'll set a bar here for this Broncos team because I'm not opposed to buying this Broncos team, but we need to see way better offensive production from the Broncos. So let's get their stats up so we can set an accurate bar with them. I need to see Teddy Bridgewater do something good. We need to see them move the ball and put up points. Denver Broncos, why is this not coming up? Here we go. All right, here we go. Got to see them move the ball. Got to see them put up points. Got to see Teddy Bridgewater with some good stats. So I got to bring up Teddy Bridgewater stats as well because we need to see him moving the ball, folks. He's not moving the ball. His completion percentage, I think, is looking good, but he's not moving the ball. There's differences, folks. So here we go. What do we have gotten? I mean, the completion percentage, I mean, this is good, folks. We love seeing this. 77%, 76, 76, 63 is okay. 71, 69, 73. So he's only had really one bad game at 43%, and then everything else has been really good. So once again, his completion percentage is good, but it's kind of leaning towards a little bit more of dink and dunk, and once again, not putting up the points because they are 3-4. 4-4. Yeah, 4-4. So what do we need to see out of the Broncos and Teddy Bridgewater this week to buy the Broncos heading into next week, since we're not buying them this week, since we're taking the Cowboys -10? Well, I have to see at least, I really have to see like, I'll set it a little low here. I won't go 70% completion percentage, even though we really can do that because he's showing that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games he's thrown 70 or more. So I'll set it a little bit low. I'll go 67% completion percentage. What's these yards totals looking like? He has a 334-yard game. He has a 328-yard game. So, I mean, that's kind of what we'll see. Once again, I'll set it a little bit lower. I need to see about 285 yards. Touchdowns, he's thrown 2 a couple of times, 3, so we'll do 2 touchdowns, no picks, 0 turnovers, cannot see any turnovers. And I don't really want to see dink and dunk, keeping dink and dunk to a minimum. Dink and dunk to a minimum. That's another bar that we're gonna set. Dink and dunk to a minimum. Keep it to a minimum. And then not lose by 10. I won't say they have to win this game because this is a tough game overall, but if they kind of, throw 67% completion percentage, 285 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, keeping dink and dunk to a minimum, and losing by 1 possession or less. 1 possession or less loss. That's really all we have to see. So losing by 3 or 7, I will give them that, and we can still continue to, or we can start to buy this Broncos team back heading into next week. But that's what we need to see out of the Broncos. 67% completion percentage, 285 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, keeping dink and dunk to a minimum, and losing by 1 possession. I guess you can't do 1 possession or less. So just 1 possession, 3 or 7 points. Or anything up to that, losing by a max of 7 points, if you will. All right, let's see overall what their offensive numbers were like. What's their best offensive day out here? We have total offense or no? It just breaks it down. Okay. All right. We just have to see them move the ball, and this is going to be a tough one because it is against the Cowboys defense. So it's going to be a hard bar to achieve, but we'll see if they can do it. So, and if they win, I'm sure they achieve the bar. So that's what we've got here for the Broncos. We'll see if we can buy Teddy Bridgewater in this Broncos team heading into next week. I don't think we will, but we'll give them the chance. All right, next game up here is the Ravens and the Vikings. Vikings at Ravens, one of our picks again. And we are taking the Ravens -6, and the machines agree. Ravens win 29-21. Love seeing that. A 66% win probability. That's the second highest that we've seen. So that's fantastic. And the cover probability is going to be there of 56%. So once again, this Ravens team coming off the bye with the great defense. This Vikings team, they turn the ball over when the game is close. And they have great stats. Once again, don't get bogged down. If you just look at the stats, once again, folks, the Vikings are the biggest enigma of the NFL. If you look purely at the numbers, overall points, overall what Kirk Cousins has been doing, overall what Dalvin Cook has been doing, you'd be like, holy moly, this is a great team. But then you look at the record and be like, why? And then you see, oh, they turned the ball over. Okay, that's really the main reason. Ravens win 29-21. We agree. -6 there. We've got this one. This was in our lock section. I know we've done 10 picks, 11 picks this week. We still have locks, 99% guarantees, 98% guarantees, 97% guarantees to fit all of our picks. But this Ravens one we are feeling truly great about. Ravens -6, and the machines agree. They win by 8. Love that. Absolutely. Alrighty, next game up here, and there's no reason to set a bar for the Vikings. One performance is not going to do anything for us. We've been seeing this over the last 3 years by them. So if they could do 3 years of not turning the ball over, then maybe in 4 years we could start buying the Vikings. But at that point, at the end of this year, we think they kind of blow it up and start rebuilding. So I don't even think they'll have the chance to do 3 years with Kirk Cousins again. So no bar there for the Vikings because there is no point. All right, next game up here is the Raiders at the Giants. And all right, this was one of our picks again here. We like the Raiders -3, and they say the Raiders win by 2, 25-23, a 52% win probability for the Raiders with a cover probability for the Giants at 54% because they are +3. All righty, now, once again, we feel good about this pick. We put this in our 99% guarantees because we still have the Henry Ruggs situation going on, and now we have this other Raiders, I think, cornerback that is waving guns on social media, which is never the greatest thing to do. So still a lot of not greatness with this Raiders organization, but we think so far they've overcame the one big thing of John Gruden. They were able to overcome that and still move the ball. They're coming off of a bye, and we still believe in this team overall. So the machines are kind of saying that the Henry Ruggs situation is playing more than what we imagine it's going to play into the narrative of this game. So we are still liking the Raiders, and we think that Rich Bisaccia can get this team right and focused, even though a lot of craziness is happening around this Raiders team. So we're still liking the Raiders -3. No Saquon Barkley this week. Let's see, now that was officially announced, did this line move any? What do we still get with the Raiders and the Giants, and it's still at Raiders -3? But once again, we can't buy the Giants offense. So once again, green flags of buying the Raiders. Yes, they have all the kind of big distractions off the field wise, but just purely on the field wise, I mean, they're such a better team offensively, defensively, coaching wise than the Giants are. So we're going to overlook all the off-field drama and hopefully the great leadership of Derek Carr. I mean, if you've been, seeing any of his press conferences on how he's handling all these situations, I mean, he's right in the middle of it. The coach that he had a great relationship with, the receiver that obviously has a great relationship with because he's been hitting them consistently. So we've been seeing Derek Carr be this great leader, and Rich Bisaccia so far has been a great leader of kind of, navigating the John Gruden for 2 weeks, all that scandal. So overall, I think the leadership will prevail here for the Raiders, and we are still liking the Raiders -3. So machines don't agree with us, but they're right there trying to agree with us, saying they only win by 2 and not 3. Alrighty, next game up here. What do we got here by the machines? Alrighty, Falcons at Saints. They say the Saints win 27-8, a nice 9-point victory right here, and one of our picks as well, Saints -6. So once again, the machines are agreeing with us here. Win probability for the Saints at 63%, and a cover probability of 57%. Once again, Trevor Siemian is starting. That's not who we would prefer, but we think he can get it done. In this Falcons team, once again, without Calvin Ridley, good luck moving the ball. They struggled moving the ball last week against the Panthers. Panthers have a good defense, but overall, come on, you're at home, can't beat the Panthers. And now they're having to go on the road against division rivals. We're loving the Saints here. Machines are loving the Saints. That's fantastic. Then we get the Bills at the Jags. Bills win 33-16 right there. This was one of basically the only games we did not pick. A little bit too many points for us to swallow, but we definitely agree. 85% win percentage right here for the Bills outright. So this is now the new best game of the week. If you're just looking for kind of straight up or whatever, it's the Bills against the Jags, which obviously because the Jags are not good and this Bills team is the real deal defensively and offensively. All right, cover probability of 55%. They're minus 14.5, and they have them winning by, how many points is that? 18 points right there. Quick math. Woof. 14 plus 3, 17 point lead right there. All right. Yeah, I mean, this is probably a no-brainer. Should we swap the Bills minus 14.5 for our Cardinals plus 2? Should we keep this an 11-gamer, folks? 11-teamer? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to stick with our 10. Even though we do kind of endorse the Bills minus 14.5. We can see that, definitely. Alrighty, next game up here. We get the Chargers at the Eagles. Okay, now, once again, we like the Eagles plus 2 right here. So, machines are disagreeing with us. Okay. They have the Chargers winning 26-21. Win probability of 58% outright for the Chargers. Okay, we're factoring in heavy. The Eagles defense is going to kind of keep this game in check and maybe force a couple of turnovers by Justin Herbert. And we've seen Justin Herbert, when he kind of throws 2 interceptions in a game, they really lose those games. I guess I can bring this up quickly here. Whenever he throws 2 interceptions, I'm pretty sure he has a really high loss rate. Let me double check these numbers quickly right here. Here we go. Justin Herbert career stats. Well, let's watch how he loses these games just statistically. So here we go. Just this season, 2 interceptions against the Cowboys, they lose. 2 interceptions last week against New England, they lose the game. Their other losses here, he threw 1 interception, lose against Baltimore, and that was it. So he threw 2 interceptions twice this season, lost both those games. He throws an interception once, he loses against the Ravens. Throws another 1 interception game against Washington, and they lose by 1 possession. Now going back to last season, let's see what he did in 2021. Throwing 2 interceptions. He threw 2 interceptions against the Denver Broncos. They lose that game. He threw 2 interceptions against New England. Again, lose that game. So every time he throws 2 picks, he loses a game. And this Eagles defense is kind of the real deal. They keep the games in check. They keep these passing offenses in check. And they keep the scoring a little bit low for the most part. Now, their offense is kind of the biggest question mark here. Yes, they put up 44 points last week. We are not falling in love with that number. We're not taking the Eagles plus 2 because of that performance. We saw, Jalen Hurts had like under 200 passing yards. The running game was absolutely fantastic here, but are they going to be able to keep that up? But I really think this Eagles defense can really throw the Chargers offense off a little bit right here. And now Brandon Staley, I mean, his back was against the wall last week against the Patriots coming off of the bye, and he kind of floundered. So now back against the wall times 2. Can he get it done with another good Eagles defense? We'll see. I don't know. We don't agree with the machines right here, but we are still keeping it Eagles plus 2. Okay. They have them losing by 5. I don't agree. Cover probability at 55% being minus 2.5. Alrighty, next game up here is the Patriots at the Panthers, and the machines say the Panthers win this one. Whoa, one of our picks, we're swallowing 3.5 here by the Patriots. So, alrighty, the machines are giving a lot of faith in this Panthers offense, putting up 23 points against this Patriots team. I don't know about this Patriots, with this Patriots defense against Sam Darnold, still no Christian McCaffrey. I can't see any bet ability here, so now we're starting. The machines were kind of agreeing with us in the first half of this video, and now they're completely going against us. So they have the cover probability at 58% because the Panthers are getting 4 points by the time of this video, and they're winning outright. We just don't agree. We think the Panthers defense is good. We do agree with that, so it could give Mac Jones a little bit of trouble, but so far, Josh McDaniels has truly been scheming this offense for Mac Jones to have great success right here. So I think the Panthers defense is good, but this Patriots defense is good as well. So probably a lower scoring game, and I think Josh McDaniels can scheme just enough for Mac Jones, and I think the defense forces turnover, so Mac Jones has great starting field position, and we've seen him all season with great starting field position, and he always cashes in. So alright, machines don't agree with us here. They say the Panthers win. We definitely don't agree with that. Maybe the Patriots don't cover the 3.5 because they only win by 3, but still, I don't see this Panthers team winning at all. All right, next game up here, a game that we are staying away from this week. Bears at Steelers. They had the Steelers winning 24-17. Matt Nagy's back calling plays this week, so we just don't know what we're going to get. We got Justin Fields last week running a loosey-goosey free, just playing free football because he wasn't held back by Matt Nagy. He had 100 rushing yards, was competitive. Unfortunately, the Bears defense kind of floundered in the fourth quarter, giving up 18 points to the 49ers, which really kind of led to their loss. And with the Steelers team, we still don't really know what they are. Their offense, they move the ball, they put up the yards, they just don't put up the points right here. So we're not going to be swallowing any points here by the Steelers. What's the spread at currently? Oh, yeah, it was 6 points. Yeah, screw it. We're not going to swallow 6 points with the Steelers. They have not earned that respect by us quite yet. So they have them winning 24-17, a 60% win probability, and a cover probability of 52%, with them being -6.5. So I'm staying away from it. I think these two defenses will go at each other. Probably what we saw last week with the Steelers at the Browns, 15-10 game. Probably something along those lines here as well. I just don't know what Matt Nagy's going to do offensively with Justin Fields, so we don't have any kind of confidence in taking the Bears +6. Alrighty, and then the last game of the week here we go. One of our picks as well. We're taking the Texans +5.5 here because Tyrod is playing. Once again, the line, once Tyrod Taylor was officially announced, the line went down by a full point from Texans +6.5 to Texans +5.5. Unfortunately, we missed that extra point value, but we're still feeling good here. This Texans team has won their lone game here with Tyrod Taylor at the start. This Dolphins team not having Devontae Parker and Will Fuller for the receivers. They struggle to move the ball here. They're awful in crunch time, mojo moments, game-winning moments, all of that. They don't know how to call it. They bungle it all the time here. So we get 5.5 here by the Texans. Yes, the Dolphins are at home, but overall we can't buy the offense. We buy Tua. We don't buy this offense or defense at all. This defense has been floundering. Once again, defensive-minded head coach at the helm and can't have a good defense. What is that about? Once again, get rid of all defensive-minded head coaches. I do not want defensive-minded coaches at the head coaching position. So machines don't agree with us here. They had the Dolphins winning by 7 at a 59% win probability and a cover probability of 53%, locking in the value at Dolphins -6.5. So I think this Texans offense is special with Tyrod Taylor. Davis Mills can't move the ball down the field. He turns the ball over. He doesn't get out to hot starts. Can't capitalize on great starting field position. He is really, really not what this Texans team needs. Once again, another reason why we love the Texans +5.5 this week is because the only thing that really is bad about this Texans team overall is the defense giving up the big plays down the field. The Dolphins don't have to worry about that because the Texans don't have to worry about that because the Dolphins offense doesn't stretch the field down the field, folks. They don't test the coverage vertically. They don't do that. And they don't have their two number one wide receivers, Devontae Parker and Will Fuller. We have Jalen Waddle, who's smaller, can't really go up for those deep balls. So overall, we don't think this Dolphins offense can really do anything that great this week, and the Texans can keep up pace offensively, finally, with Tyrod Taylor at the helm. So yeah, this is the last one here, folks. Machines not agreeing with us on this one. It was kind of 50-50 machines agreeing with us, but we're still feeling very confident in all of our picks, folks. We're still loving them all, so let's recap them one more time. We are still taking Cowboys -10, Ravens -6, Packers +7.5, Raiders -3, Patriots -3.5, Saints -6, Browns +2.5. We are not taking the Cardinals +2 anymore. Eagles +2, Titans +7, and Texans +5.5 this week in our betting extravaganza, folks. Alrighty, that is going to do it for us this week, or today, folks. We are back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, for our pregame show. We'll go for 50 minutes right up until kickoff, and then we will enjoy our day and break everything down for you guys on Monday of what we've seen. So back live tomorrow, noon Eastern. We've got some things cooking in the works, so keep up to our channel, keep up to our website, takesbyfans.com, and keep up to our Twitter. We will be doing an announcement very soon. Alrighty, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and we're back live tomorrow, folks.